could very well go all the way to game 5. And guess what? We have a game, ladies and gentlemen, and you haven't missed a thing in game 3. Now you see AJ score just like that.
You should have saw how happy Snacks was when we jumped into the game. He
I was!
Put his arms into the air. Oh, man, a great shot from AJ, though, to open this one up. Rogue on the board, 3:51 on the clock. This one cuts into the kind of momentum we saw from Mouz, but they do have a lot of time to get back into this game.
Man, if this took any longer to get going, I was about to start radio casting this stuff. But we are underway. This is game 3. For those who missed, 1-0 to Rogue in game 1, 4-1 to Mouz in game 2. Wonder going to play this one up and around. Kronovi is going to give chase, but it will not be played any further. Kronovi does get a touch there, but it hasn't really done much of anything. Mouz are still making their way downfield, and Kronovi sweeps it away. Oh, AJ ran into Kronovi. Kronovi was looking for the ball. Ended up getting a piece of AJ. That disrupts the attack. Mouz should be able to get downfield off of this, but they can't clear the zone, and that's been plaguing them. Oh, Kuxer pinch, though, is going to be saved by Wonder. He scored, Kadoff scored one yesterday. Kuxer almost got one here, and AJ misses that to the corner.
Look at this, Kuxer moving his ball downfield. Speed, getting this good follow-up, a lot last man back, a risky challenge, but it pays off. He is able to keep up that offensive pressure from Mouz. They need to keep control here because this would be a perfect opportunity to get a goal right at the halfway point of the game. They do not want to let Rogue set up an offensive play, score another one.
Kronovi with a full tank, but he's going to retreat out. Well, this looked like he was going to. Wonder, backboard. No, that's easily set away. AJ now, over 2. Kronovi coming on. Wonder to finish, and he's denied. The defense just barely good enough for Mousesports. Wonder, flip reset. Nothing doing yet for Rogue. They're still holding just a 1-0 lead, but they are all over the bricks. Mousesports.
Bricks, Mousesports, they just announced their org today. It's fine. But that being said, for Rogue, just still good offensive pressure from them. You see AJ just getting physical with Kuxer in the backfield, and they're still holding on to their 1-goal lead right now. Looking for another shot is AJ, and Kuxer will be able to make a goal line save. This is a lot of pressure. This is the type of offense I was looking to see out of Mousesports, but they are being stuck in their own half.
Speed playing this out towards Kuxer. That's a great challenge by Wonder, but Speed still gets us off. Kuxer does not go up for this because he was hit, but Alot will score it anyways.
Nice goal here from Alot. The ball bounces up, Speed sending it down in front, and Alot comes in right on time to bang that into the net while the defense is confused.
1:09 remains in game 3 of a tied-up series. AJ following this himself. That's not a great touch from Speed. It's coming back in from Wonder, and Speed barely knocks it away. Wonder trying to redirect that home. He cannot, but AJ will have a look from here out of the corner. Wonder will not have a chance. He has to wait for Speed to clear. Now Kronovi, backboard, double touch on the way, and Alot read it every second.
Comes off the top of his own net to make the save. You think Kronovi has that shot? But no, Alot keeping his team in. 30 seconds remaining. Still pressure here from Rogue, but that save might turn into a good counterplay if Bricks can get, if Mouz can get out of their own half.
Yeah, it's contagious, isn't it? Here's Kronovi. One more? No. He scored a difficult angle in game 1 for the game's only goal over top of Kuxer. Kuxer going for the boost over the ball. Looking to force overtime, and it looks like that's where we're headed. Speed will get one more chance. Another chance to center. AJ's got to climb, and he does clear this away. Wonder swats it, and we go to our first overtime of the series.
Overtime here in game number 3. This is going to be crucial here. Whoever wins will take this game to match point. Already Rogue, they're keeping some good offensive pressure, but we're starting to see some inconsistencies here off that whiff from Wonder.
Wonder does redeem himself and get this downfield. AJ takes out Speed, but a lot is still alive. And that's what we've seen so far. Yes, Rogue have gone for physical plays, trying to take Mouz out of the game. But next man up has cashed in. AJ had to work around a defender. And now Cookser down in the general direction of Speed. And he's not able to interfere with Kronovi's play. This goes down and Wonder can't catch up with the pass.
Here for Speed, but AJ is able to knock it downfield. With the demo on Cookser, this is a prime time for Rogue to be able to move the ball all the way into the Mouz's half, but they're having a hard time based on a lot in Speed in front. It's very risky for them, but they know they have Cookser on the respawn, so they keep the ball in play, even if it means they're not necessarily creating a chance. As long as Rogue don't get possession, this is exactly where they want to be, because now they can set up some decent offense.
The demo on Kronovi slowed Speed down a little bit, but he is still downfield to try and start this play up, and a lot shot will be blocked by Kronovi. Follow-up from Speed is going to find the mark, and Mouz takes game 3.
Look at this challenge from Alot. He gets up really early. He has to reach for that, but that's what sets up Speed here. You see the late challenge coming out from AJ. Wonder's on his way back. It's a tough shot, and he only ends up just helping that ball pinch into the net. Very unfortunate, but Mouz, extra effort on offense pays off big time for them. They take game number 3.
So a 2-1 series lead for Mousesports. And a much different game that time around. Rogue did have a significant advantage in the shots category, but the shots that matter found the net. 2 of them, in fact, for Mouz, and now they are 1 win away from reaching the upper semis, or really the final of the upper bracket. And again, we talked about it earlier, Daz. The winner here, 2 shots at qualifying for day 3.
Both these teams, whoever wins again, facing NRG and Lotus, I feel like both teams would be up for that task, especially with the improvements we've seen over the course of the offseason for both rosters. A little bit shaky at first, definitely for Rogue when they had first announced Kronovi, but now they look like a dominating force here. That being said, same thing can be said on the other side of the field for Mouz. They've been really working with Alot and incorporating him with the squad, and it seems like that's starting to pay off. Right now, Mouz in the lead here in the series 2-1, but I feel like Rogue might have an answer to this game.
We are into game 4. Must win for Rogue here, else they drop down to the lower bracket. Mouz has been to the lower bracket. They know it's miserable. They would like to avoid it, and Speed is well on his way to doing so.
The dunk from Alot on Kronovi. Kronovi's last. Wonder if side flips too. He can't get up in time. And Speed, he doesn't even pay attention to the defenders. He's putting that in the upper 90 corner. Great shot from him to open this game up.
It took 11 seconds, and Mousesports are off and running. Somebody other than Kronovi needs to score for Rogue. That last touch there is thrown off Kronovi, but it still keeps the play alive, and AJ ties the game.
That's a cheeky play here from Kronovi. 2 ball rolling towards him. Side flip to AJ. Ball doesn't touch the ground after Kronovi hits it, and boom, AJ puts a lot of power behind that to equalize.
So 2 goals from Kronovi, 2 from AJ. And now AJ at least gets a challenge at midfield. Was AJ a player that really came alive at the World Championship a few months ago? Cookser, he has always been alive. He has always been at the forefront of the European scene, and he scores another here.
Wonder has to make a touch there. He has no idea that Speed is going to pinch that. Doesn't believe and gets past him. Defensive Rogue, very confused, but Cookser has the read. He gets the goal to put Mouz in the lead.
That shot beat Cookser, but it did not beat the post as it goes off the corner of the frame and away. Now Speed wins another challenge. Nobody can stop him at this time. Finally, Kronovi will get this away, but for how long? It could be going right back. What a challenge though. Kronovi just missing on the shot. He was under fire just a little bit. Kronovi double tap, or Kronovi, Cookser double tap. Hey, it's still morning for me, it feels like, as Kronovi will send it away.
AJ, look at Rogue, still trying to apply that offensive pressure. Down by 1. That being said, Kronovi hasn't been able to find the back of the net yet. Shots a little bit off target. Wonder's been a little iffy here and there, but AJ with the setup, he's been able to really step up for this team when they've needed him to, and that might be right now.
This is Kronovi sending it downfield, looking for AJ. Had a lot of pace behind it. Wonder's shot after the demo by AJ does not go, and Mouz survived for the time being. Kronovi will finally tie the game.
Kronovi able to come through and clean this up. Messy on the defense there from Mouz a lot. He was up in time, but Kronovi, it took that slight light touch, and it gets through the Mouz defense here. Equalized in game 4. Rogue still have some fight.
Good challenge by a lot. Gonna set up speed. Needs one more, but he couldn't read it coming down from the top. Kuxer doesn't have any boost to chase this one down. And so Mousesports had another great opportunity that has gone by the wayside. Kronovi off to the corner, coming up still only on the halfway mark of game number 4. This has been a Wild West shootout. Kronovi has options, calls his own number, and a lot picks his pocket, looking to score on the other side. AJ didn't clear it, but Wonder's there.
Rogue, a lot of effort. Whew. It's still morning for me. A lot of effort on the counterattack for them, but they put too many resources forward. Almost got scored on by Mouz. Mouz now threatening to score here on the Rogue net.
It'll be dropping right down. Wonder. At least he altered Speed's effort. The ball still in possession of Mousesports, and Kronovi comes from the top. Who's going to take this one for Mouz? Absolutely nobody. Wonder's there instead for Rogue, and finally it gets back downfield. The scoring has slowed down only a bit, but the scoring chances have not. The defense has really had to step up in the last minute and a half to keep these teams in check.
Just look at Rogue on their own corner, trying to clear this one out. AJ, that demo might turn into something. He does steal the boost a lot. He read AJ. Very good positioning here, but Rogue, the demos, they're slowing down Mouz to see if they can set up some good offense. That being said, Mouz staying alive. These guys are jumping all over the field, making sure they're as quickly as they can be to this ball just to stop the Rogue offense.
It will be a lot throwing another one in. He can score from up there, but he does not chase it down. AJ for Wonder, looking for his first goal, and he just serves as a decoy. AJ gives Rogue the lead.
That's one of those whiffs where if you're looking downfield, you're going up to block the redirect from Wonder, because you think if he hits that touch, the power of his shot will be something you can't react to in time. Wonder misses, and Rogue score big. They get the lead with a minute left.
Another series going on right now that we will join in progress, if able, whenever this one wraps up, is Plot Twist and Dignitas. That is tied 1-1 right now as we continue on in Game 4. Looking like we're headed to Game 5 if Rogue can hang on here to a narrow margin with 40 seconds left. Speed. One more touch needed to try and center this, and Wonder shuts the door on him. Kronovi redirects this on target, and it will be pinched away by Kuxer and a lot. Wonder gives that away to Kuxer, but Kronovi read the play, and he's able to keep it out from the center line. Down to 15 seconds. Time running out for Mouz to close out Rogue, trying to at least force overtime. They've got one last push in them right here, and Wonder is in the way, still preventing Mouz from leaving the zone. This is textbook on how to close out a game, and Rogue have done just that to stay alive.
Rogue forced Game 5. Very good offense from them. Almost said bricks again. Mouz, great effort in terms of just keeping that ball into Rogue's spot, They had so many good chances there to really take the lead and shut this series down. That being said, they didn't, and we saw what happened off the transition plays time and time again. AJ, huge factor in this game. 2 goals scored by him, as well as a lot of demos that ended up really slowing down Mouz. They couldn't get on the back foot. They couldn't get the ball out of their zone, and when they did, they had to spend resources covering for demo players. You can't set up a consistent offense like that, and we saw what happened. They dropped this game, and we go to a game 5.
One simple key for Rogue in this game. A lot scored 3 goals and 2 assists so far in this series for Mouz. 0 shots on net. He did have an assist and a save in that last game, but that's it. A lot needs to be a more focal part of the offense on any team that he's on if they want to be successful, because we know how deadly he is. And when he goes quiet like that, it's almost alarming, because it's kind of the calm before the storm. We get into game 5. Someone advances along the upper bracket. Someone goes down into the land of chaos, the lower bracket, and it may not be Mouz as Cookser scores again early on.
I feel like although a lot needs to step up, he might be taking a step back based on Cookser. He's going to score first, but he's been scoring all weekend long. That might have been the vibe going into this game. We'll see if they have to make an adjustment on offense.
You remember against Paradox, Cookser had, 11 goals, and he even scored an own goal on top of that. He was a scoring machine in a series that Mouz, for the most part, dominated. Grenovi downfield, that'll be blocked by Speed. Wonder, looking for options. The option he's opted for is AJ, but he is blocked off by a couple of Mouz defenders. Another chance for Grenovi, and that goes across the face of the goal.
Grenovi can't find the angle. Mouz, they're able to clear this out. You see a lot looming. He's only got 27 boosts. He definitely has to be careful not to overexert himself based on the way this team's playing. You got to have a good rotation game here, because Rogue are looking for a hole. They're trying to crack the wall. You see AJ with the chase on Speed. He wants that demo.
Speed coming on, and Grenovi dive bombs down on top of him. That doesn't accomplish much. Cookser's added another.
And we talked about a lot earlier, but again, Cookser, second goal scored by him. The ball pinches out from Speed, and look at the shot placement too. He gets it by 2 to give Mouz their second goal.
Cookser on the Batmobile, right where he belongs. This will go back to Speed, and Wonder will have to corral this. Guided over towards AJ, but more trouble for Rogue as Mousesports are all over them again. Wonder will get this out of the zone. AJ is there. Nobody challenged this, and AJ was given a lot to shoot at. Unfortunately for him, he put it right at a defender. Speed back the other way. That'll be very calmly set away by AJ.
Rogue rotate back on defense at a great time, able to stop the shot from Speed. Rogue putting on good offense here, but not good enough. A lot with an impressive save to slow down the shot from AJ. They're making sure not to overcommit. I say that as they double commit, but they have this cushion for a 2-goal lead. I think with Rogue and how they're playing in this game, it doesn't make them feel like they have a 2-goal lead. Rogue still knocking.
For Rogue, for the longest time, they did just look kind of like a middle-of-the-pack team. And it wasn't until DreamHack Dallas where they didn't have the kind of results that they would have liked, but you could see their camaraderie at the event, staying together as a team, watching the rest of the tournament after they were eliminated, scrimming with teams after they got knocked out. You could tell that they were primed to have an outstanding summer. They did with a strong performance at the World Championship. Now they're trying to add to it here in Montreal, just ahead of the start of the new season.
Rogue have definitely improved over the course of last season and now. So much work being put in. AJ stepped up. Grenovi and Wonder both showed that they are just as much of a threat as AJ is for the mechanical ability and just being able to, like you said, you can see the camaraderie between these teams. You can see just how much work they put in and built up that chemistry. Grenovi's starting to fit in really well with this team, and they've done good so far. That being said, they're facing losers bracket if they don't get 2 goals in 2 minutes to at least force an overtime.
Huge demo from Speed. That's opened up things for Mousesports. Centering ball, and Kronovi is there to collect and send it to the corner. Does get the corner boost as well. AJ's going to need to find him. Instead, he goes the opposite way.
Rogues just, again, they want the clear so bad, but Mouse are set up on offense and even on defense on their own end, meeting these balls at the midfield line, trying to stop this offense as much as possible. You saw Rogue there on the push. They have all three members pretty much next to each other. They get caught out on the counterattack because of it, and Speed is going to hit the dagger.
Yeah, a lot just throwing himself in the way of Kronovi as well, making sure he can't get there, and that may well be the knockout blow in Game 5. A 3-0 lead. 1:16 remains. No signs of life for Rogue up to this point. That was their best opportunity. But Mousesports have cut that one off as well. Kronovi got a score here. He does not. And AJ, all he can do is watch as this ball goes harmlessly around. Speed, he's missed. Another chance for AJ, and they still cannot score.
Wonder, thought he had the double tap. They need something here. Time is not on their side at this point. They're going to have to score, get a good kickoff goal, and some. That's Mouse are making sure they put up the wall here. Rogue can't find the crack.
Strafing across is a lot to send another one away. And as good as Rogue looked at the end of Game 4, closing that game out and forcing this decisive game, Mouse have looked every bit as impressive, if not more, as they have put the boots to Rogue in Game 5, and they've added one more for good measure.
This game is pretty much done, but Mousesports looked at this one on paper, looked at how well Rogue have been doing as a team. You think Rogue comes through and really puts the pressure on here. But Mouse, they score 4 in Game 5. They'll face the winner of NRG Lotus and a spot for Day 3. Rogue, they have to drop in the losers now. This ball will hit the ground, and Mousesports will take the victory.
And so that puts a bow tie on everything for Mousesports. As you mentioned, they will have a date with NRG. Winner goes on to Day 3. But we're going to take a quick jump over to